submitting my critique to the work of Ms. Giselle M. Enerio. The essay entitled Ethics of Care in Educational Practice by Ms. Giselle Enerio addresses the question on how should the ethics of care be understood in the sector of education. In answer, the author claims that the interpersonal relationship of the teacher and student is dynamic and can be enhanced by displaying the basic behavioral principles of empathy, attentiveness, and mutual respect. She justifies that this thesis through the following points. First, that teaching is not just a transfer of knowledge, but also an engagement that requires interpersonal communication. Second, that for care, ethics it involves nurturing the student's moral growth. And third, that ethics must reorient itself towards human development. As mentioned in the first part, the researcher's essay focuses on reorienting education, ethics towards relational and emotional dimensions, and does not cover on how to create data to quantify itself into dissertation paper. It approaches the topic by using conceptual analysis. One striking illustration that the author uses is that building the ethics of care inside the classroom can become a practical necessity, especially those students who have negative academic emotion. From what I read in the draft submitted, the author's argument is strong for the following three reasons. Number one, teaching is a moral endeavor. Number two, teaching is a practical necessity. And three, care is essential in education. First, teaching as a moral endeavor will challenge the traditional view of just a transfer of knowledge to a student. Second, the ethics of care provides practical guide in educational practice. And third, care is important to promote equitable education as we observe in capital universities' institutional values, that there should be a balance between academic excellence and emotional management. Nevertheless, I would like to point out the following weaknesses. One, limited cultural and structural sensitivity and errors in weakening philosophical clarity, with fallacies of claiming that care can be standardized and that it is too idealist in nature, and with mistake on pointing out more philosophical concepts in the issue. I am respectfully presenting them now for researchers' consideration. For one, to make ethics care operationalized. In addition, the ethics of care can be considered as a rich subject for educational research that strongly integrates psychology and philosophy. And finally, I should say that the research is done with effort and dedication. Thus, I would like to suggest the following improvements to the essay. For one, clarity in philosophical imposition. Moreover, educational ethics must be applied, and also to recognize that ethics of care varies with personal values and cultural dimensions. Allow me to end by congratulating the researcher, Ms. Giselle Enerio, for a very substantive research. I hope that this paper will be considered by her as an option for dissertation subject and finally to become a doctor in philosophy sooner. Thank you.